Okay. It's long. It says concerning the Clearfield doctrine. It says this case is very important because it is a 1942 case that was decided after the United States Corporation Company filed its certificate of incorporation in the state of Florida, July 15, 1925, and was decided after the corporate government agreed to use the currency of the private corporation, the Federal Reserve. The private currency, the Federal Reserve note, is still in use today. Then, like I said, gave you a little history and stuff like that. So, and of course, I don't claim to be black because that's a color of law term. But this is the terms they used to use for the indigenous people. So, right here to say this is the images of black people of America. The indigenous black people of America. You can find this online as well. Also look up Hebrew Israelites, same people. And when I say all these things, I'm talking about the jour people. I'm not talking about the incorporations, the factions, the movements. I'm talking about the people that are this. Just you ain't gotta do nothing but just stand there and look pretty. That's the real people of the land. It ain't about what you doing. It's about who you are. And nothing can change that. Then, here's another. This was Title 28 USC 3002 Section 15A. And actually all these things, like the constitutions, all the, like even when I'm reading here, this title, this is stuff that they have to recognize. This is not stuff that we are bound to. They're bound to this to honor us. But they twisted it to make us think that we have to bow to them. And this is not about us versus them. From that standpoint, they made it that. That's why they created all these things. These things was created for them to be, to recognize us as, and for them to do business on this land. And it says, this title, 28 USC 3002 Section 15A states that the United States is a federal corporation and not a government, including a judiciary procedure section. The de jure state in the form of republics and the de jure United States were subsumed or set aside by the Bankruptcy of Act of 1933. And I'm not going to go into the rest of it, but do your own research. Like I said, all these things are for educational purposes. Informational, educational purposes. You look it up yourself. All found online. I didn't go to no secret place to find this. This is easily accessible. So I'm not doing anything that's not right, or unlawful, or illegal. Because it's right here for you to research yourself. Now, we've seen all the corruption that has taken place and why it has taken place. Let's see here.